Right now, there are over 34,000 brand new Ram 1500s sitting on dealer lots across America. That is the highest inventory of any single vehicle in the country. And that is just one of the trucks on this list. While most people are chasing Toyotas and paying full sticker price, some of the most reliable trucks in America are rotting on lots with nobody lining up to buy them. Dealers are desperate, incentives are stacking up, and the buyers who move now are going to look like absolute geniuses in 5 years. Today, I am counting down 5 ultra-reliable trucks that are collecting dust at dealerships right now. Every one of them is backed by hard data from Consumer Reports, RepairPal, J.D. Power, and real-world owner reports. These are not lemons that nobody wants. These are proven workhorses that the market is sleeping on. And trust me, the #1 spot is the best truck deal in America right now. Stick around for the bonus segment too, because one truck with a famous badge is hiding a nightmare that could cost you thousands. Let us get into it. Number 5 is the Nissan Frontier, the mid-size truck the market forgot. Here is a stat that should make every truck buyer sit up and pay attention. 92% of all Nissan Frontiers sold in the last 10 years are still on the road today. That is not a marketing slogan. That is real-world survival data, and it puts the Frontier in elite company. But despite that kind of durability, leftover 2025 Frontiers are sitting on dealer lots for an average of 259 days, according to Edmunds. That is almost 9 months. For context, the average new car sits for about 50 days. The Frontier is gathering dust at 5 times the normal rate, which means dealers are itching to make a deal. So what are you actually getting? Every Frontier comes standard with a 3.8-liter V6 making 310 horsepower. That is the most standard horsepower in the mid-size truck class, more than the Toyota Tacoma, more than the Ford Ranger, more than the Chevy Colorado. And it is a naturally aspirated engine, which means no turbo complexity, no intercooler failures, no boost-related headaches. Just a straightforward V6 that does its job year after year. RepairPal gives the Frontier a 4 out of 5 reliability rating, ranking it number 2 among all mid-size trucks. J.D. Power scores it at 83, tying it for the top spot in its segment. And Cars.com named it the best value mid-size truck for 2025, 2 years running. Here's where it gets interesting. Because the Frontier does not have the brand cachet of Toyota or the sales volume of Ford, Nissan is quietly offering discounts to move them. Edmunds data shows you can negotiate around 3% below MSRP before even factoring in regional incentives. On a $40,000 truck, that is over $1,000 in instant savings, and that is just the starting point. If you find one that has been sitting for 200+ days, the dealer is losing money every single day it sits there. That is your leverage. If you want a mid-sized truck that outlasts its competitors and nobody is fighting you for it at the dealership, the Frontier is a smart buy that most people walk right past. Number 4 is the Honda Ridgeline, the truck that truck people love to hate. Let me be upfront. The Ridgeline is not a traditional body-on-frame truck. It is built on a unibody platform shared with the Honda Pilot. And for a lot of truck buyers, that is where the conversation ends. They write it off as not a real truck and move on. That bias is exactly why you can get one for thousands less than it is worth. Honda has been offering hidden incentives on the Ridgeline that most buyers do not even know about. According to Cars Direct, dealer bulletins have shown combined discounts worth up to $7,300 off MSRP on 2025 models. Honda was even running 0% APR financing to move them. For a brand that almost never discounts anything, that tells you how badly they need these trucks off the lot. Now here is what you are actually getting for that money. Under the hood is Honda's legendary 3.5-liter V6, the same engine family that has powered the Pilot, the Odyssey, and the Accord for decades, It makes 280 horsepower, comes paired with a 9-speed automatic, and drives all 4 wheels as standard. There are no turbochargers to fail, no timing belt to replace, and no diesel particulate filter to clog. It is about as maintenance-friendly as a truck engine gets. Consumer Reports has consistently rated the Ridgeline among the most reliable trucks you can buy. Honda sold about 48,000 Ridgelines in 2025, which sounds decent until you compare it to the nearly 750,000 F-150s Ford moved. The Ridgeline is a rounding error in the truck market, and that low volume means there is always leftover inventory available at a discount. The ride quality is genuinely better than anything else in the midsize class. The in-bed trunk is a feature no other truck offers. And the dual-action tailgate is still one of the most practical designs in the segment. Sure, it maxes out at 5,000 pounds of towing, so it is not pulling a fifth wheel anytime soon. But for daily driving, weekend projects, and hauling gear, the Ridgeline does everything most truck owners actually need. If you can get past the purest gatekeeping, this is one of the smartest truck buys on the market right now. And the discounts make it an even easier decision. Number 3 is the Chevrolet Silverado 1500, America's workhorse at clearance prices. The Silverado is one of the best-selling trucks in America, but right now, General Motors has a surplus problem. Stellantis brands like Ram and Jeep get all the headlines for bloated inventory, but Chevy is quietly sitting on a mountain of Silverados too, and they are throwing serious money at buyers to move them. Right now, Chevrolet is offering up to $4,250 in consumer cash, plus an additional $500 in bonus. Cash on 2026 Silverado 1500s. Stack that with dealer discounts on trucks that have been sitting for 60, 90, or 120 plus days, and you are looking at real savings that can push well past $6,000 off sticker. But here is why this truck deserves to be on a reliability list and not just a deals list. The 5.3-liter Ecotec 3 V8 has been the backbone of GM's truck lineup for over 2 decades. It makes 355 horsepower and 383 pound-feet of torque, and it is paired with a 10-speed automatic that has proven itself over millions of miles. This is not some first-year experiment. This is a powertrain that GM has refined and debugged across multiple generations. The Silverado also holds the lowest starting price of any full-size truck for 2026 at $36,900 for the work truck trim that undercuts the F-150, the Ram 1500, and the Toyota Tundra. And when properly equipped with the diesel or the 6.2-liter FR8, it can tow up to 13,300 pounds, which is best in class. Now, I will be honest about one thing. Consumer Reports has dinged the Silverado for electrical issues and some engine concerns in recent years. The in-car electronics have been a sore spot, and GM's dynamic fuel management system, which shuts down cylinders to save fuel, makes some owners nervous. But if you stick with the 5.3 V8 and stay on top of maintenance, this is a proven powertrain that routinely crosses 200,000 miles without drama. Kelley Blue Book named the Silverado one of the best full-size trucks for 2026, and with the 4th generation being discontinued after this model year to make way for the all-new 2027 Silverado, dealers have even more reason to negotiate aggressively on current inventory. If you want a full-size V8 truck with real towing capacity at a price that would have been unthinkable 2 years ago, the Silverado is delivering right now. Quick pause here. If you are finding this helpful, hit that like button right now. It really helps the channel, and trust me, the #1 truck on this list is the best deal I have seen in years. You do not want to miss it. Number 2 is the Ford F-150, the best-selling truck in America with a secret weapon most buyers overlook. Ford had roughly 28,000 F-150s sitting on dealer lots or in transit as of early 2026. A lot of that inventory built up after production disruptions from a supplier fire at a Novelis aluminum plant, and Ford ramped up output to compensate. The result is a buyer's market for one of the most proven trucks on earth. Right now, Ford is offering 0% APR for up to 60 months on leftover 2025 F-150s, plus up to $3,000 in combined retail cash and bonus cash. On 2026 models, the STX trim alone has a $6,500 manufacturer rebate. When you stack factory incentives with dealer discounts on aging inventory, total savings can push past $10,000. That is not a typo. But here's the part most buyers get wrong. They walk into a Ford dealership and get talked into a 3.5-liter EcoBoost or the 2.7-liter turbo because the fuel economy numbers look better on paper. And those are fine engines. But if reliability is your priority, Ford technicians themselves will tell you the 5.0-liter Coyote V8 is the engine to get. According to a feature from Jalopnik interviewing Ford techs at Town & Country Ford, the mechanics unanimously pointed to the Coyote as the most reliable F-150 engine. The reason is simple. It is naturally aspirated. No turbochargers to fail, no intercooler condensation issues, no boost-related carbon buildup. Just a dual overhead cam V8 with twin independent variable cam timing that makes 400 horsepower and 410 pound-feet of torque on regular unleaded fuel. The reliability data backs it up. When the Weekly Driver launched their engine-specific reliability database using 1.5 million NHTSA complaint records, the 5.0 Coyote V8 in the 2009 through 2014 F-150 had just 66 total complaints across the entire production run. That earned it a recommended rating. Meanwhile, the EcoBoost variants in that same generation drove the overwhelming majority of the truck's 26,884 total complaints. Same truck, same showroom, completely different ownership experience depending on which engine you chose. Well-maintained Coyote engines routinely exceed 200,000 miles, with multiple documented cases of owners crossing 300,000 miles on the original engine and transmission. Ford has had 4 generations to refine this engine since 2011, and every generation has gotten more reliable. If you walk into a Ford dealership right now, ask for an F-150 with the 5.0 V8 and use the current incentives to your advantage, you are getting one of the most proven truck engines ever built at a price that the market has not offered in years. Do not sleep on this one. Number 1 is the Ram 1500, the most overlooked deal in the entire truck market. This is the one that blows my mind. Right now, there are over 34,000 brand new Ram 1500s on dealer lots across America. According to Real Car Tips, that is the highest inventory of any single vehicle in the entire country. The largest concentration of unsold Rams is sitting in the Detroit region, but they are piled up at dealerships from coast to coast. And the deals are absolutely insane. Ram is offering 0% APR financing for 60 months on 2026 models. Cars Direct reports that the Ram 1500 is one of the most heavily discounted trucks on the market, with combined savings regularly reaching $6,000 to $12,000 off MSRP when you stack manufacturer rebates, dealer discounts, and regional incentives. Some dealers are offering 10% off sticker just to move metal. On a $60,000 Laramie, that is $6,000 gone before you even start negotiating. Now here's why this truck is number 1 on this list, and not just because of the deals. For 2026, Ram brought back the 5.7-liter Hemi V8 after a 1-year hiatus. This is the engine that built Ram's reputation. It makes 395 horsepower and 410 pound-feet of torque, and it comes standard with a GT performance exhaust on every Hemi-equipped model. The Hemi is not new technology. It is proven technology. It has been powering Ram trucks for 2 decades, and owners routinely report these engines crossing 200,000 miles with nothing but oil changes and basic maintenance. But it gets even better. Ram now backs the 1500 with a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. That is the best powertrain warranty in the full-size truck segment, period. Not 5 years like Ford, not 5 years like Chevy, 10 years. That tells you how confident Ram is in the Hurricane Inline 6 and the returning Hemi Fiv 8. And the recognition is rolling in. The Ram 1500 received the fewest reported problems in its segment in the J.D. Power 2026 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Study. Let that sink in. The truck with the highest inventory, the biggest discounts, and the most desperate dealers also happens to be the most dependable full-size truck, according to J.D. Power. The market is literally handing you the most reliable truck at the lowest effective price. Now I will give you the full picture. Consumer Reports has flagged the Ram for in-car electronics issues, specifically the instrument panel display and some software glitches. There is actually a current recall for the display failing to show critical information. So the infotainment and digital gauges are not the truck's strong suit. But the powertrain, the frame, the suspension, the transmission from ZF, those are all proven components that mechanics trust. Edmunds rates the Ram 1500 as the most reliable large truck based on combined RepairPal and Consumer Reports scores. It ties the F-150 as the best large truck in their overall rankings, but gets placed higher specifically because of its superior reliability data. The ride quality is the best in class thanks to its coil spring rear suspension. The cabin has the most rear legroom of any full-size truck. And the interior materials on the Laramie and Longhorn trims genuinely compete with luxury SUVs costing $20,000 more. Here's the bottom line. You have a truck that J.D. Power says is the most dependable in its class, that Edmunds rates as the most reliable, that comes with a 10-year powertrain warranty, that has a V8 engine with a 20-year track record, and that dealers are practically begging you to buy at $6,000 to $12,000 below sticker with 0% financing. If you are in the market for a full-size truck and you do not at least test drive a Ram 1500 right now, you are leaving money on the table. This is the deal of the decade, and it will not last forever. Once this inventory clears, the discounts disappear. Now, before we wrap up, I have got a bonus for you. One truck with a legendary badge that you might want to think twice about right now, the Toyota Tundra. I know, Toyota is supposed to be bulletproof, and for most of their lineup that reputation is earned. But the third-generation Tundra that launched in 2022 has been a different story. Every single gasoline-powered 2022 through 2024 Tundra is subject to a recall for potential engine failure. That is not a minor fix. Toyota is replacing entire engines under that recall. The 3.4-liter twin-turbo V6, which was supposed to be Toyota's answer to the EcoBoost and the Hurricane, has had serious growing pains. Consumer Reports gave the Tundra below-average reliability scores for multiple years after the redesign. While 2025 and 2026 models are showing improvement, particularly the hybrid iForce Max variant, the gasoline-only models still carry the shadow of those early failures. RepairPal gives the Tundra a 3.5 out of 5, ranking it 6th out of 19 full-size trucks. That is middle of the pack at best, and here's the kicker. Toyota dealers are still charging close to full sticker on Tundras, because the Toyota badge commands that kind of loyalty. While Ram and Ford are throwing thousands in discounts at you, Toyota is sitting firm. You are paying a premium for a truck that has a worse reliability track record in this generation than the Ram, the F-150, or even the Silverado. That does not mean the Tundra is a bad truck. It means you are paying more for less proven hardware right now, and that is not a smart trade. So here's the bottom line. The smartest truck to buy is not always the one with the most famous name. It is the one that gives you proven reliability, strong value, and long-term peace of mind. Right now, that is the trucks on this list. Dealers are sitting on mountains of inventory. Incentives are at levels we have not seen in years, and the trucks themselves are backed by hard data, not just hype. Which one would you buy? Drop your answer in the comments below. I want to hear what truck you would trust for the next 10, maybe even 20 years. And if this video helped you make a smarter decision, hit that subscribe button. We break down the best deals, the worst traps, and everything in between so you never overpay or get stuck with a lemon. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.